The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semi-finals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue Cathedral Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to victory.
Hello and welcome to the quarterfinals of the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship, brought to you by the National Bible Quiz Project in partnership with the Bible Society of Ghana, Sunny TV and Sweet Music Pro Audio. This is the 5th quarterfinal contest of the season, and it is between University Pentecostal Fellowship, PENTEFEL, from University of Cape Coast, Christ Apostolic Students and Associates, CASA, from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And we have LIFECITY Church from University of Professional Studies, Accra. Before we begin the contest, I want us to acknowledge Sweet Music Pro Audio, Ghana's leading musical instrument store, Visa Reinsurance Brokers, and the 75th Anniversary Secretariat of the University of Ghana for supporting this project in various ways. My outfit was provided by Handmat Apparel and Decorations, and my makeup is by Julie's Blush. We have another exciting contest before us. If you are watching us live, please share the link to all your handles across various social media platforms and with your friends and family. Let's gather for an intriguing journey into the scriptures. Beforehand, let's meet our contestants. PENTEFEL.
Emmanuel J. Sapon. Ebenezer Dia.
LIFECITY.
Ashom Selassie.
Sambola Dom.
CASA.
Felicity Aivo.
Daniel Kwekusumo.
Okay. Now, we would like to hear from our contestants how the preparation has been for this contest and towards this contest and the expectation of it. So let's start once again from you, PENTEFEL.
All right, so far it's been an exciting one, and then we thank God so much for this opportunity. Hitherto, there hasn't been anything like that for tertiary institutions, so we are much grateful to the organizers of this very wonderful program, and we are expecting that at the end of the day, the glory of the Lord will be seen in PENTEFEL.
Oh, the glory of the Lord will be seen. Thank you, PENTEFEL. LIFECITY, let's hear from you, please.
Okay, so I think it has not been easy. Preparations have been very, very stressful. Our heart is inside of this thing, and so we trust the Lord for the best. Yeah,
okay. Thank you, LIFECITY. CASA, your turn.
Okay, so it has been a wonderful one, and we hope for the best.
Hoping for the best. Okay, all the best to you all. My name is Janet Dansoa, and I am your quiz mistress. Now to the contestants. This contest will come to you in 5 rounds. Round 1, here are the rules. Most questions in this round require simple, straightforward answers. Some questions may require some explanations or more detailed answers. You have 10 seconds to answer your major question, and your answer should be one attempt only, meaning that you cannot start one answer and change it to start a different answer. If a team fails to answer their main question, I may pass the question on for a bonus to the remaining teams. The first team to ring their bell will have the opportunity to answer. Let's hear the bells of each team, please. We'll start from you, Pentefel. Life City. CASA. All right, thank you. Please note, a correct answer to a main question is worth 3 points. A correct answer to a bonus question is worth 1 point. A wrong answer to a bonus question will cost you a deduction of 1 point. Remember that your answers are expected to be precise and accurate. Best wishes to all teams. Let's begin. Set 1. Preamble to all teams, listen carefully. Answer the following questions concerning the conversation which happened between the serpent and Eve in the Garden of Eden, which is recorded in Genesis chapter 3. Pentefel. In light of the original command God gave Adam in the garden, how will you describe the first question the serpent asked Eve?
A twist of God's word.
Correct. Correct for 3 points. Life City, your question. Life City, your question. After Eve answered the first question from the serpent gave a response to Eve. In the light of God's original command to Adam, how will you describe the serpent's response to Eve's first answer?
It was contrary to God's word.
Correct for 3 points. CASA, your question. Besides the serpent's lie to Eve, that she shall not surely die if she eats of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, state 3 more reasons why Eve took of that fruit.
Eve wanted to be like God. Then he wanted to gain wisdom and knowledge. It was pleasant to her eyes.
Okay, I'll give you 1 point for that. Preamble to all teams, listen carefully. I am going to mention a place named in the book of Acts. You are to tell me one event in the book of Acts that can be associated with the place. Pentefel, Azotus.
So, Azotus was where, after Philip was carried by the Spirit to minister to the Ethiopian eunuch, he was carried back to Azotus.
Correct for 3 points. Life City, your question. Straight street or a street called Straight? Bonus. Yes, Pentefel.
It was the place that after Paul encountered Jesus at Damascus and then was struck blind, he went and then dwelt with Judas.
Correct. Kasa, your question. Pamphylia.
Pamphylia was a place where they met by Jesus, where he tried to distort the attention of the...
That's incorrect. Yes, Pentefel.
John Mark deserted Paul at Pamphylia.
Preamble to all teams, listen carefully. I am going to read some portions of the Bible, and you are to tell me which book and chapter I am reading from. Verses are not required. Book and chapter are enough. Pentefel, the thing that you do is not good. Both you and these people who are with you will surely wear yourselves out. for this thing is too much for you. You are not able to perform it by yourself. Listen now to my voice. I will give you counsel, and God will be with you.
Exodus 18.
Exodus 18 is the right answer. Okay. Life City, your question. And the Lord uprooted them from their land in anger, in wrath, and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is this day. The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong to us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Bonus.
Deuteronomy 29.
Deuteronomy 29 is the right answer. CASA, please, your question. Then he shall take off his garments, put on other garments, and carry the ashes outside the camp to a clean place. And the fire on the altar shall be kept burning on it. It shall not be put out. And the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and lay the burnt offering in order on it. And he shall burn on it the fat of the peace offerings. A fire shall always be burning on the altar. It shall never go out.
Leviticus chapter.
Okay, your time is up. You have 1 point for getting the book right. I am going to read some statements to you, and you are to tell me who made those statements. Pentefel. A, you are idle. Idle. B, this is the finger of God. C, let me die with the Philistines.
Okay. So A is Pharaoh, B is his magicians, and C is Samson.
Correct for 3 points. Life City, your question. Not a hoof shall be left behind. A. B. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. C. This is your God, O Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt.
So the first one is Samuel, the second is Joshua, and the third is Moses.
Okay, you have 1 point for that question. So the right answer, the first one is Moses, the second is Joshua, and the third is the children of Israel. CASA, your question. A, you shall not prevail against him, but shall surely fall before him. B, who is on the Lord's side? Come to me. C, I went out full, and the Lord has brought me home again empty.
Okay, so the first one is Zeresh, the second one is Moses, and the third one is Naomi.
Correct for 3 points. Next set. Pentefel. What is the parable of the persistent widow?
Okay, so the parable of the persistent widow is Luke chapter 18, where Jesus spoke a parable unto them that men ought to pray and not to faint. He said there was a judge who did not fear God nor respected men. And then a widow came to him to seek justice for her. But the judge continued rejecting the woman, and the woman continued coming. So the judge said, now I do not fear man, or I do not respect him, but I will seek justice for this widow, lest by her persistent coming she worries me.
Correct for 3 points. Life City, your question. What is the parable of the dragnet? Bonus. Casa.
Okay, so the parable of the dragnet is the kingdom of heaven is like a dragnet that is placed in the sea that gathers all kinds of fishes. Then when it is full, it will be brought out to the beach. Then they will gather the good ones into a container and the bad ones they throw away.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a dragnet that was cast into the sea and gathered some of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore. And they sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but threw the bad away. So it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come forth, separate the wicked from among the just, and cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. That's the full answer. Thank you. Casa, your major question. What is the parable of the unmerciful servant?
Okay. The parable of the unmerciful servant is the one who was owing his master, and his master forgave him his debt after he begged him that he didn't have any money. But when he went to his co-worker who was owing him, he did not, when he had begged him, he did not forgive him, but placed him in the prison until he had paid his debt. So when the other servants saw him, what had happened, they went to tell the master what had happened, and the master said to him that he was unmerciful.
Okay, I'll give you 2 points. Pentefel, your question. What in Israel was qualified to be called a city of refuge?
Yes.
Okay, Casa. Time is up.
City of refuge are cities where people who have committed unintentional offense are placed there so that the offenders will not do anything to them.
Unintentional murder. Like, I want the exact offense. Thank you. Life City, your question. What in Israel was qualified to be called a city of Levites?
So it was a place that was reserved for the Levites, the priests. As the Levites were not given part of the inheritance to possess, so in every city there was a portion of land given to the Levites specifically for them.
Correct for 3 points. Casa, your question. Aside from definition, mention 2 differences between cities of refuge and cities of Levites. Bonus, yes, Pentefel.
Cities of refuge were 6 in number, and cities of the Levites were 48 in number. Cities of refuge were a part of the cities of the Levites.
Correct for 1 point. Okay, Pentefel, your major question indicates the following about Eli. A, the number of years he judged Israel. B, how old he was at the time of his death.
A, he judged Israel for 40 years. He died at the age of 98.
Correct for 3 points. Life City, your question. How did Eli first know of God's judgment against him, his family, and his descendants?
It was through Samuel. Samuel had a vision. Someone had an encounter with God, and then he was troubled. And the following day, Eli asked him about his encounter with the Lord, and then somebody told him that his encounter was a warning to Eli. That was how he found out.
Casa, your question. How did Eli hear of the death of his sons?
He was in his chair. He was sitting in a chair, and the news was brought to him. And when he heard it, it came as a shock. So he fell on his neck and he died.
That's incorrect. Yes, Pentefel.
So, a man from the battlefield who was a Benjamin came to tell him.
Correct
about
for 1 point. Next set. Preamble to all teams. Listen carefully. Answer the following questions with reference to the scripture text in 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Pentefel. In verses 2 to 4, the writer contrasted the benefits of prophecy and tongues. Mention one contrast he indicated between prophecy and tongues in verses 2 to 4.
Okay, so he who speaks in new tongues edifies himself, and he who prophesies edifies the church.
Correct. 14 points. Life City. Mention another contrast not already mentioned.
So he who speaks in tongues speaks to God, not to men. But the one who speaks to prophecy speaks to men. That's the church.
Correct for 3 points. Casa, verses 5 of 1 Corinthians 14 says, he that prophesies is greater than the one who speaks in tongues. At which point could speaking in tongues equal prophecy, and why?
Okay, so that was when it's speaking, it is also interpreted, and it's because it benefits the church at large.
Correct for 3 points. Next set. Preamble to all teams. Listen carefully. The following passage is an extract from Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Fill in the blank spaces to complete the passage. Pentefel. There is a dash which I have seen under the sun. Riches, dash, but those riches, dash.
One, evil, and two, riches are for the wise and not for the fools.
Okay, I'll give you 1 point. So the right answer, there is a severe evil which I have seen under the sun, riches kept for their owner to his head, but those riches perish through misfortune. Life City, your question. When he begets a son, dash, as he came from his mother's womb, dash, and he shall take nothing from his labor, dash. Okay, bonus. The answer. When he begets a son, there is nothing in his hand. As he came from his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came. And he shall take nothing from his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. Casa. And this also is a severe evil. Dash. And what profit has he who has labored for the wind? Dash. And he has much. Dash. Bonus. Okay. The right answer, I read. And this also is a severe evil. Just exactly as he came, so shall he go. And what profit has he who has labored for the wind? All his days he also eats in darkness, and he has much sorrow and sickness and anger. Next set. Preamble to all teams. Listen carefully. Jesus used various methods to heal people throughout the Gospels. By method, I am referring to a systematic or established procedure which is replicated once or more by Jesus. Pentefel, mention any two of the methods Jesus used to heal people in the Gospels.
So one is laying of hands. The second one is speaking on the person.
Correct for 3 points. Life City. Life City. Mention two other healing methods Jesus used, which have not already been mentioned.
Casting out devils from the sick person, and the person and believing for receiving the healing by faith for others.
Correct for 3 points. CASA, mention two other healing methods Jesus used, which have not already been mentioned.
The use of saliva by word.
Last set for this round. Pentefel, in the space of 40 seconds, quote in full 2 verses each from Nehemiah, Esther, and Colossians.
Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, do it wholeheartedly, like unto God and not unto others.
Colossians chapter 4, verse 1. Be ye watchful in prayer. Be ye steadfast in prayer, watching therefore. Esther chapter 4, verse 12. And they reported the words of Esther to Mordecai. Esther chapter 4, verse 17. And Mordecai went and did according to all that Esther has commanded. Nehemiah chapter.
Okay, time's up. I'll give you 2 points. Life City, your question. In the space of 40 seconds, quote in full 2 verses each from Job, Ecclesiastes, and 1 Timothy.
So Job 22:28, it says that, and thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established, and the light shall shine upon thy path. And then 1 Timothy 2 verse 15, study to show thyself approved. What's that?
1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 16. Behold, this great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifested in the spirit. God was.
CASA, in the space of 40 seconds, quote in full 2 verses from Songs of Songs, Lamentations, and 2 Timothy.
Lamentation chapter 3, verse 23. For they are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness.
Okay, right. And that brings us to the end of round 1.
The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semifinals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue Cathedral Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semifinals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue Cathedral Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to victory.
Before I proceed to announce the results for round 1, I would like to make some corrections. Life City, in set 7, your question, how did Eli first know of God's judgment against him, his family, and descendants? You made mention of Samuel in your delivery, but that is not correct, so I'm withdrawing the points for that one. The first was a man of God who was not named. CASA, the question that was for you to mention methods, 2 methods Jesus used to heal people in the Gospels. You made mention of him using saliva in your delivery, and that's actually correct based on the preamble, based on the requirements in the preamble. And so I will give you your 1 point for that. Thank you. Now, at the end of round 1, here are the results. CASA had 9 points. Life City had 13 points. And Pentefel had 31 points. Now, round 2, the speed race. Every question goes to all teams, and each team must race to be the first to answer. If you believe you have an answer, you must ring the bell to be called. Can we hear your bells, please? Life City? CASA? Okay, thank you. By the time you ring the bell, you must be ready with your answer, else the next team to have rung will be given the opportunity to answer. For every question, the first to ring the bell, who gets it right, earns 3 points. If the first to ring gets it wrong, the second to ring, who gets it right, earns 2 points. If the first 2 teams get it wrong, the third team, if they rang and got it right, will earn 1 point. For every incorrect answer given, you will earn a deduction of 1 point. A team is not obliged to ring the bell and answer if they are not sure of the answer. Your answers must be ready when you ring, and they must be straight to the point. And to our audience, please let's keep the noise down for the sake of our contestants. Best wishes to all teams. Let's begin. Answer the following questions concerning the sin of the daughters of Lot. A. The reasoning behind their sin. B. The actual details of their sin. Pentefel.
So they deceived themselves that there was no man to come into them, and then so that they can give birth and preserve the posterity of their father. And so the firstborn gave wine to his father, and when his father was drunk, he went in to sleep with the father and got pregnant. And likewise, the younger sister also gave wine to her father, and when the father drank and got drunk, she also went in to sleep with the father and got pregnant.
Correct for 3 points. Next question. Which books in the Old Testament contained the prophecies that were fulfilled about John the Baptist in the New Testament? CASA.
Isaiah.
Sorry.
Isaiah, Jeremiah.
No, incorrect. Yes, Pentefel.
Isaiah and Malachi.
Isaiah and Malachi. Next question. With reference to St. Luke's Gospel, mention the names of the women who supported the ministry of Jesus with their substance. CASA.
Joanna, Susanna, Mary Magdalene.
Correct for 3 points. Next question. What is the difference between Bethesda, B-E-T-H-E? Yes, Pentefel.
Bethesda means house of mercy, and Bethsaida is a name of city.
Bethsaida is the name of the place where the pool was, and it contained 5 watches. And then Bethesda is the name of a city.
Okay, incorrect still. CASA.
Bethesda was the pool where Jesus healed the lame man who has been sitting there and had he was sick for 38 years. And Bethsaida was where he healed the blind man who said he saw men like trees.
Next question. What comprehensive law did God give the children of Israel concerning cultivation of their fields? The answer. 6 years you shall sow your land and gather in its produce. But the 7th year you shall let it rest and lie fallow, that the poor of your people may eat, and what they leave, the beasts of the field may eat. In like manner you shall do with your vineyard and your olive grove. Next question. On the day Boaz met Ruth for the first time, Ruth was freely allowed to glean in the field of Boaz till evening. What quantity of barley did she get after beating out all she had gleaned? Okay, audience. Okay, the answer is an ephah of barley. Next question. What was the dimension of Solomon's temple in cubits? Okay, the right answer is 60 times 20 times 30. All right. What is the meaning of the Hebrew word marpe?
Medicine.
Correct for 3 points. Next question. As exact as possible, quote the text in 1 John 3 verse 16. All right. 1 John 3 verse 16. By this we know love, because he laid down his life for us, and we also ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Next question. Which tribe in Israel took over the place formerly known as Laish? Okay. Time's up. The right answer is done. Next question. Apart from David and Solomon, mention any 3 authors who contributed to the writings in the Psalms. Pentefel.
Asaph, sons of Korah, sons of Asaph, and Ethan.
Correct for 3 points. What were the names of the sons of Merari? Kasa.
Libni and Shemai.
That's incorrect. Pentefel.
Mali and Mushi.
Mali and Mushi is the right answer. Next question. What happened when Jesus got to the land of Gennesaret? Pentefel.
So when the people of the land of Gennesaret recognized him, they sent to the surrounding regions to bring all those who were sick and then who were lame. And then when they came, they implored him that they may touch the hem of his garment. And as many as touched the hem of his garment were made whole.
Correct for 3 points. Next question. What is the name of the people who dwelt in Seir until the descendants of Esau dispossessed them? Audience. Alright is the right answer. Thank you. Next question. Mention the 2 kinds of sowing Paul talks about in Galatians 6 verse 8 and the outcome of each sowing. Okay, time's up. Audience. Okay, let's hear you, please.
If a man sow in the flesh, from the flesh he shall reap corruption, but if a man sow in the spirit, he shall reap eternal life.
That's correct. Sowing to the flesh will reap corruption, and sowing to the spirit, you will reap life eternal. Next question. What is the exact location of this verse in the Bible? These 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him.
Proverbs.
Incorrect. Okay, time's up. Precision and accuracy is needed. Proverbs 6:16. 2 physical locations in the book of Acts were explicitly associated with shakings. Which chapters of the book of Acts can you find the stories? Pentefel.
Act chapter 4 and Act chapter 16.
Acts chapter 4 and chapter 16. Next question. In examining whether a person was suffering from a scaly leprosy of the head or the beard, what 2 indicators did the priest use?
When there is a yellow hair in it, and when there's raw flesh.
Incorrect. Time is up. All right. It's when there's thin yellow hair in the region and when the sore appears deeper than the skin. Next question. Which story in the Bible can be told by the following sequence? Annas, Caiaphas, Pilate, Herod, Pilate. Pentefel.
The persecution of Jesus.
No. Casa.
The trial of Jesus.
The trial of Jesus. What single difference can you find between the 4 gospel accounts of Peter's denial of Jesus? Audience.
Also, the difference is in Mark. Mark talks about before the cock crows twice, but the other gospel
Correct. That is correct. Matthew, Luke, and John, same story, but a single cock crow or a cock crow once. And with Mark, that is the different one, a double cock crow or the cock crows twice. Complete the following statement with precision and accuracy. Amos chapter 4 verse 12, New King James Version says, therefore. Time's up. Yes, audience. That's correct. Therefore, thus will I do to you, O Israel, because I will do this to you. Prepare to meet your God, O Israel. And that brings us to the end of round 2.
The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semifinals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue Cathedral Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to victory.
Welcome to Sweet Music, your home of original musical instruments at the most affordable prices. Drum sets, keyboards, pianos,
The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semifinals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue Cathedral Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to victory.
So at the end of round 2, here are the results. CASA had 10 points. LIFECITY had 10 points. And PENTEFEL had 47 points. So before we begin the next round, LIFECITY has made a substitution. We'd like him to introduce himself to us.
My name is Joshua Ajokache.
Okay. Round 3, test of the day. In this round, all teams are presented with the same test, and you have 4 minutes to present your victorious answers on the whiteboards provided. 10 points are at stake. Best wishes to all teams. Please turn over your sheets as we read the test together. Test for today. The dress code for Aaron and his sons was carefully prescribed by the Lord in the book of Leviticus. On the like figure of a fully dressed Aaronic priest below, states the right labels for each numbered part, numbered 1 to 10. You have 4 minutes to answer this on the whiteboards provided. Start work.
The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semifinals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue Kofidra Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to victory. For more information and sponsorship, call 0266 664064.
Contestants have presented their solutions. But before we go through what they've presented, let's see what was expected of them in today's test. So in the test for today, we have the dress code of Aaron and his sons was carefully prescribed by the Lord in the book of Leviticus. On the light figure of a fully dressed Aaronic priest below states the right labels for each numbered part. For 1, the right answer is turban. 2, we have shoulder pieces. 3, Urim and Thummim. 4, a sash. 5, ephod. 6, bell. 7, pomegranate. 8, undergarments. 9, stones. And 10, breastplate of judgment. CASA had 4 out of 10. Pentefel had 8 out of 10. And LIFECITY had 10 out of 10. So at the end of round 3, CASA had 14 points, LIFECITY 20, and Pentefel 55. Round 4, true or false. In this round, I'll be making statements to each team, and you are to tell whether the statement is true or false. A correct answer is worth 2 points. An incorrect answer will result in a deduction of 1 point. A team can decide not to answer their question, at which point it may be passed on to the next team, which rings their bell first. Same rules on points and deductions apply to a passed on question. Best wishes to all teams. Pentefel. According to the book of Judges, 13 cities in total were allocated to the Merarites. True or false?
False.
Correct for 2 points. LIFECITY. Manasseh initially failed to drive out the inhabitants that were assigned to them, but when their hands were strengthened, they drove them out completely from the land. True or false?
True.
That's incorrect. CASA, your question. The total number of the cities of refuge was equal to the total number of the cities of the Levites. True or false?
False.
That's correct for 2 points. Pentefel. Asa, Jehoshaphat, Uzziah, and Jotham were part of the kings of Israel who did right in the sight of God during their reign. True or false?
False.
That's correct for 2 points. LIFECITY. Jehu, Zechariah, Hoshea, and Joash were part of the kings of Judah who did evil in the sight of God during their reign. True or false?
False.
That's correct for 2 points. CASA, Hezekiah, Jehoaz, and Pekah were kings of Israel and Judah, who did evil in the sight of God during their reign. True or false?
False. False.
That's correct for 2 points. Pentefel, your question. The first census of Israel, which is recorded in the book of Numbers, happened in the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, the third day of the third month. True or false?
False.
That's correct for 2 points. Life City, the first census of Israel, which is recorded in the book of Numbers, happened in the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, the second day of the first month. True or false?
True.
That's incorrect. CASA, your question. The first census of Israel, which is recorded in the book of Numbers, happened in the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, the first day of the first month. True or false?
It's true.
Incorrect. That's wrong. Next question, Pentefel. The mechanisms through which Jesus healed various people involved the usage of saliva on at least 3 different occasions. True or false?
True.
True. Correct for 2 points. Life City. The 3 occasions on which Jesus used saliva in the process of healing people is recorded in at least 2 of the synoptic gospels. True or false? Correct for 2 points. Casa, your question. 2 of the healings performed by Jesus, which involved the usage of saliva, are recorded in John, and the third one is recorded in Mark. True or false?
False.
Correct for 2 points. Preamble to all teams, listen carefully. In a list of the 10 oldest patriarchs to have lived, from the least age to the greatest, where 10th is the least age and first the greatest. Pentefel, the 10th, the 9th, and the 8th are Enoch, Mahalalel, and Lamech in that order.
False.
Correct for 2 points. Life City, the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd are Adam, Noah, and Jared in that order. True or false? That's incorrect. The answer is true. Casa, your question. The 7th, the 6th, and the 5th are Enos, Seth, and Kenan in that order. True or false?
False.
Correct for 2 points. Preamble. Indicate whether the following statements are true or false concerning happenings in the book of Acts. Pentefel. The healing of the lame man by Peter and John, the death of Ananias and Sapphira, as well as the death of Herod by the smiting of the Lord, all happened in Jerusalem. True or false?
True.
That's correct for 2 points. Life City. The healing of Aeneas by Peter, the miraculous deliverance of Peter from prison by an angel, as well as the raising of Dorcas back to life, all happened at Jerusalem. True or false? Correct for 2 points. Casa, your question. The casting out of the spirit of divination by Paul, the deliverance of Paul and Silas from prison with an earthquake, and the restoration of life of Eutychus by Paul All happened in Philippi. True or false?
False.
Correct for 2 points. Pentefel. According to Revelation chapter 8, after the second angel sounded his trumpet, hail and fire mingled with blood were thrown to the earth, burning a lot of trees and green grass. True or false?
False.
Correct for 2 points. Life City. Life City, according to Revelation chapter 8, after the fourth angel sounded his trumpet, 1/3 of the sun, the moon, and the stars were struck and became darkened. True or false?
True.
Correct for 2 points. CASA, according to Revelation chapter 9, after the fifth angel sounded his trumpet, a star fell from heaven to the earth, and to the star was given the key to the bottomless pit. True or false?
False.
That's incorrect. The right answer is true. Last set. Pentefel. Solomon was the author. Solomon was the sole author of the entire books of Proverbs. True or false?
False.
False. Correct for 2 points. Life City. The feast King Ahasuerus held for all people who were present in Shushan, from great to small, lasted for 14 days. True or false?
True.
That's incorrect. CASA, the feast King Ahasuerus held for his officials and servants, lasted for 100 days. True or false?
False. False.
Correct for 2 points. And that brings us to the end of round 4.
The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semifinals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue Cathedral Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to victory.
I can see that Pentefel has made a substitution, so we'd like her to mention her name to us.
Charlotte Annan.
Welcome, Charlotte. Okay, so at the end of round 4, here are the results. CASA had 24 points. Life City had 24 points. And Pentefel had 71 points. Round 5, riddles. In this round, there are 4 riddles. A set of clues will be read out to all teams on each riddle, and you have to draw my attention on your readiness to answer by ringing your bell. Shall we hear your bells, please? Thank you, Pentefel. Life City. Okay, CASA. All right, thank you. The first to answer rightly wins the points for that riddle. A riddle solved on the first clue is worth 5 points, and on the second clue, 4 points. A riddle solved on a third or any other number of clues will be worth 3 points. If a team wrongly answers a riddle, you will be out of that particular riddle until the next. Best wishes to all teams. First riddle. I am a person of great importance in biblical tradition. Although I am mentioned in only 3 books of the Bible, My significance is eternal in essence. Many are still contending about whether I was a physical person.
Melchizedek.
That is the right answer. And I was on the third clue. You have 3 points. Okay. Second riddle. We are two persons with a unique story. Our story inspired a no-barrier revelation about prophecy, which was also referenced by Apostle Paul in the New Testament. We were part of a long list selected for a specific divine encounter. Although we were not physically present at the place of the encounter, we were not left out. Pentefel.
Eldad and Medad.
Eldad and Medad. So I was on the fourth clue, so you have 3 points. Third riddle. I am one of the miracles performed by Jesus in his earthly ministry. I am recorded only in John's Gospel. It has not been easy to give me an actual... Yes, Pentefel.
The healing of the nobleman's son.
The healing of the nobleman's son. So you have 3 points. I was on the third clue. The last riddle. I am a fraction.
1/5.
That's incorrect. Yes, Casa, you rang. Yes, Casa, you rang your bell.
1/3.
Sorry.
1/3.
That's incorrect. Okay, I'm continuing. I am a fraction. In the Bible, I am associated with measurements of years. In the book of Daniel, I am described by this statement: a time, times, and a half. My variations in other units are 42 and 1,260. I also represent in years the duration of a famine which happened in the days of a major prophet. Who am I? Okay, time is up. Audience. 3.5 is the right answer. And that brings us to the end of the contest.
The National Bible Quiz and Sweet Music in partnership with Sunny TV, Sunny FM and Bible Society of Ghana present the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship. Come watch 27 churches from 3 universities battle their way through the quarterfinals, semifinals and grand finale for the ultimate biblical scholarship and trophy. Who wins the 2023 National Bible Quiz Championship? Date: Monday 4th to Saturday 9th September 2023. Venue: Cathedral Conference Room, University of Ghana. Come cheer your church to victory.
At the end of the contest, here are the results. Casa had 24 points. LIFECITY had 27 points. And PENTEFEL had 77 points. Congratulations, PENTEFEL, for making it to the next contest. Hello, viewers. Thank you for staying with us in this contest. We believe you have learned a lot about the Bible and also had some fun. This program was brought to you by the National Bible Quiz Project in partnership with the Bible Society of Ghana and Sunny TV. It was proudly sponsored by Sweet Music Pro Audio, Ghana's leading musical instrument store, Visalvi Insurance Brokers, and the 75th Anniversary Secretariat of the University of Ghana. Join us again next time when we bring the 6th quarter-final contest of the season. My name is Janet Dansoa, your quiz mistress, and it's bye for now. Thank you.